Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the men's room.
And away we go. Welcome to show number 2759.
Along with Steve the Thrill Hill,
The Ted Smith, Wobbin Fox, and my cock. Thank you. All right, in the men's room. On tap today, the drug in charge, Ryan Castle, into Sit and Spin. Today, 10 songs surprisingly not about your penis.
the word has even more medical slang.
Get ready to play Profile This. Plus headlines, the men's room shot of the day, fun listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted.
Clack.
All right, here we go to California. A new bill would mean a $1,000 fine for giving someone a straw. We go to Canada, where a cop climbs tree after eating a pot brownie, but he did not break the law, as the marijuana is legal now up there. Good times ahead as waterbeds appear to be making a comeback. Escaped inmate tries to sneak back into jail after going out and grabbing a snack, and a professor says yoga is tied to white supremacy, or just white in general. That's all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, let's go to Vermont, where a guy ordered a Hawaiian pizza, which is ridiculous and disgusting, and he ordered it from Domino's. And I don't know how much it cost him, but he was so upset about the price that he ended up slashing the tires of the delivery driver. That's all I know about that. Now let's go to Georgia. And we go to a Waffle House where all kinds of things happen, but in this case, a customer went ballistic when he found out that they did not have barbecue sauce. At one point, he even yelled, and I quote, "I will go to effing jail over some barbecue sauce." And it turns out he was right. He was arrested and then went to jail. Meanwhile, a 14-year-old girl in Pennsylvania, she was also arrested over food. Now, in her case, she intentionally rubbed pineapple on her hand, okay? And then she high-fived a fellow student who's severely allergic to pineapple. In fact, that girl ended up having to go to the hospital. That's how allergic she is. Now, we stay in Pennsylvania, where the ex-mayor of Allentown, he's in court on corruption charges. So naturally, during the trial, things escalated into an argument over the definition of meatballs. We'll explain that in a bit. But first, let's talk food. Now, not everyone is a picky eater, but we're all very particular, whether it's based on an allergy, a condiment that you have to have, ranch for Ted's wings, foods that can't touch, like on Thanksgiving. I'm one of those people. Certain foods can't touch each other. On Thanksgiving, come on, man, don't let the gravy touch cranberry sauce. It's BS. It tastes like crap. Just admit it. Admit it. How much you're willing to pay for something, and on it goes. So today, this is what we want to know. What are you most particular about when it comes to food?
Be a part of the big show. Call 844-999-OLA. You can like The Men's Room on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at Men's Room Live. And send those emails to themensroom@mensroomlive.com. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
All the shows, and away we go. Welcome to show number 2759. What a large and charge program we have for you today. Backed by popular demand, we've got some more medical slang coming up with the word, some more acronyms, some more things that maybe on your chart that you don't understand, but depending on what hospital you're in and the codes that nurses and doctors keep, they have significant meaning. So more of that on the way right before we'll drink and toast with a shot of the day. Also today, the drunk in charge, Ryan Castle's into Sit and Spin, and Ryan brings us 10 songs that are surprisingly not about your penis. You've probably heard these songs throughout your life and thought, that's got to be about my penis, right?
Sure.
No, these songs seem like they might be.
9 times out of 10, that's what I think. Like, this song, it's about my penis.
You know, when you hear a song and you interpret it the way that you interpret it, and everybody interprets a song differently until they find out what the meaning of the song is, and they go, oh, I had no idea it was about that. This is kind of the same. You always thought these songs were about your penis. And it turns out they are not.
It's going to shock you.
It's coming up with Ryan Castle as we will sit and spin. And today we're going to talk about food. We have all kinds of examples of why people are particular when it comes to food. Some of them worse than others. There was a horrible story that just proves to you how just nasty high school kids can be. And if you forgot what it's like to be in high school or be a kid, it's not the easiest time in your life. But a 14-year-old in Western Pennsylvania slapped the hand of her classmate in mid-December to give her a high five. Now, what she knew was that her friend, or not friend, I guess, enemy, was deathly allergic to pineapple. Any kind of pineapple juice, anything that had anything to do with it. So what's this genius do? Basically, she covers her hand in pineapple juice and then goes up and high-fives this child.
Now, why would you do that?
And she had to leave the school by ambulance, 14 years old. She was given an EpiPen. What's that cost? $9 million to get one of those? Now the high-fiver, who police say brought the pineapple from home and intentionally rubbed it on her hands, faces aggravated assault, criminal conspiracy, all this stuff. 2 friends, ages 13 to 14, who allegedly conspired with her, were charged with criminal conspiracy. They conjured up a game, a plan to expose her through the high five, and they went through with it. And it was not good. The little girl was in school in the hospital for a few days. Now, so that is one way you need to be very particular about food. If you have a peanut allergy,
yeah, that's one way. Oh man. Honest to God, man, one of the restaurants I worked in, we had a catering event, okay? And I think it was a wedding reception or whatever, it doesn't matter. But one of the guys on the wait staff, we had all this pre-made food. Before we started, he said, hey, man, and I can't remember specifically what the thing was, but it's a little appetizer. And all he said to me was, there's no nuts in this, right? And I thought about it, and I'm like, no, dude, you're cool. You're cool. So he pops one in his mouth. And he walks out into the dining room, and then I realized, like, there were hazelnuts, like, in the crust of this little tart thing. So by the time I even got out there to tell him, he's already, like, purple, headed toward blue.
Oh, boy.
Oh, dude, it's not, he's sitting on a chair. He's got both hands around his neck, and he's kind of a balding guy, so, like, his entire head is purple. And I'm watching it turn blue, and I'm like, yeah, man, I forgot there's hazelnuts in the crust. Anyway, he gets stabbed with the EpiPen, and he ended up being okay. He's like, man, you really got to remember the stuff. I said, man, you really got to ask someone who's not me. You know, honestly.
I was going to say, what is reaction to you?
Oh, he was pissed, man. I mean, he was mad. I mean, it looked like the dude was going to die. And honest to God, I mean, I thought like, oh my God, I may have killed this guy. But it was instant. It took no time at all. But yeah, he was pissed.
We all have different peculiarities about our food. You said earlier in the office that you have to have ranch dressing with your wings. If the wings come out, they don't bring the ranch. You're going to wait for them.
I'm going to wait for the ranch.
Yeah, because you dip the wings in the ranch.
Yeah.
See, I'm the same way about blue cheese.
Yeah, give me blue cheese.
I have to have blue cheese. Now, I think, Steve, you're probably the most particular about what you eat because you don't like vegetables. So
to me, that's not particular. Like just don't add vegetables. Cool.
Okay, but Ted will bring back his lunch. I'll bring a lunch in. Robin will bring her lunch in. Mike comes in with a lunch. Steve, 4 days out of 5, will come into the office and go, God damn it. And you'll look over and he's picking off capers.
Yeah.
Or he's picking off lettuce.
I even said don't put the capers on there.
Or he's picking off pickles.
Hell yeah.
It's like everything with you is like avoidance. Like whenever you get something, it's like, you know what I mean? And you're not the person who's the particular person when you order.
It's just this, man.
But you're the one who's always like, no one else bitches about their food more than you. Because they put so much, like everything they put on there you don't really want.
Because that's not even what they advertise, man. You know what I mean? Like, there's some weird liberty that people take with vegetables. And it's true. You can agree or not, but this is true, right? So if you order a burger, in my mind, like, I want the meat and the bread. And then it comes with the pickles. And it's got tomatoes. And it's like, man, I didn't ask for that. Why don't you call it, like, a hamburger with this crap? And you can say it's standard, but it's not, right? It's just, you take the if I order a sandwich anywhere, right? They put all this lettuce on. It's like, I didn't ask for this. It says a roast beef sandwich, man. Yeah. I don't want all of this crap. If I wanted this crap.
That's part of a sandwich.
If you order it, cheese is part of a burger if you ask for cheese. Then they call it a cheeseburger. If I wanted a freaking salad, I would order a salad.
I know the one place you go. They specifically say, like, this is how our sandwiches are dressed.
Hey, that one I know.
All right.
And I don't bitch about that. Like, it's understood.
You're talking about a place maybe where they add the lettuce.
Yeah.
I got a buddy named Henry.
Yes.
I got a buddy named Henry.
That goddamn place. And the thing is, you ask me what I want on my sandwich, and before I can even tell you, you've already put your hand in the lettuce and put it on my sandwich. Like, you automatically do this. I'm like, I haven't even started to tell you what the hell is wrong with you.
Yeah, I mean, they're just doing muscle memory.
That's it.
I know, but don't ask.
Back to the condiments, back to the blue cheese, the ranch. Ted, you have taken Old Bay seasoning into a restaurant that didn't have it for crabs.
Yeah.
Which, look, if you...
I love that
and this
food.
is part of this deal on food, too. When we talk about you being particular about food, like where you're from in this country matters a lot.
Sure.
As far as what you're particular about, look, if we all know if you're from California and you're from Southern California, that has some of the best tacos in the world by far. And you can't... It's like talking about New York and pizza. You know, you're never going to find that good of a taco or one that suits you. It could be equally as good, but you're not going to give it the credit for it. Or maybe you just can't find it.
That's the difference.
Maybe you can't find it. I don't know.
Listen, you can be from New York and talk all you want about pizza. And inevitably, you've had pizzas that are just as good. But just as a code of being from a place, you will never in your life ever utter the words, hey, this is as good as it is.
Right.
You won't say it.
And
even if it is.
You talk about...
won't say it. Doesn't matter where you're
last
from.
night, right? Literally, I had a crab cake for dinner.
Yeah.
It was a delicious crab cake. To the point I even said to the bartender, hey, man, this is a really good crab cake. It's almost as good as the one from Maryland.
Almost.
Oh, yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, there was no way I was going to give it the full credit.
No.
You won't do it, man.
Okay, here's a weird... This is just about Macaulay Culkin. This just came out. This means
Does
nothing.
he eat food?
But it means something.
He is again now.
Okay.
Does he look normal? Not normal. Does he look
he looks
reasonably
normal for
healthy?
him.
No.
But does he look healthy?
Yes.
Okay.
He doesn't look strung out like he did a couple years
Like,
ago.
that's the last time I saw him when he was just like,
Yeah.
wow, you spent a lot of time home alone, huh?
For a little while, he looked like if Tom Petty and Daryl Hall had a love child.
Daryl. Who birthed it?
Yeah, probably Daryl.
Who did it? You think Daryl?
Yeah, well, so Macaulay Culkin, he used to have a band called the Pizza Underground.
Okay.
And the idea was they took Velvet Underground songs and changed the lyrics to make them all about pizza. Because Macaulay Culkin loves pizza. So
Okay.
this was his idea in his drug-induced days. Let's do Velvet Underground songs, but we'll change the lyrics and make it all about pizza. Now, obviously, the band was not 100% serious, but he does love his pizza, and he is kind of somewhat of an authority on it, so he's eaten it all over the world. So they had an Ask Me Anything chat on Reddit the other day, and he said, as far as your favorite pizza, he says, it's always Joe's Pizza in New York City. And not to be all normal about it, but I do like a proper plain. And when he's saying a proper plain, what does that tell us in an English kind of way, Ted? That's really the only true way to eat pizza. The proper way.
The proper.
Is just a cheese pizza. Now, most people don't get just a cheese pizza, but that is the definitive way to tell, in his mind, if it's a good piece of pizza or not.
Do you ever order just cheese?
Very rarely, but when I do, I'm glad I did. If you get it there, it's much better, by the way. If you get it in the pizza place cheese, because by the time you get it home, it's kind of hardened up a little bit. Why?
No, I'm with you. Like, I like a cheese pizza. But whenever I order one, for some reason, at the last second, I'll be like, extra cheese.
Yeah. Well,
It's like for some reason, I can't just order a damn plain one.
When's the last time you had a cheese pizza?
I don't know.
See, it's one of the benefits of having kids, right? And there's only like 8 benefits of having kids, and this is one of them. Every once in a while, you get the plain cheese pizza because inevitably, among your kids' friends, there's the kid who can't eat anything.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And you love that kid. God bless him there because you get that plain cheese pizza, and it's just you and that kid, and it's so good.
And you can't.
Because you never just order, like the family won't let you order a plain cheese pizza. It's like, it's not going to, everybody's got to have something, right?
It's whacked
so bring
out,
your little allergy friend over, and we can actually get a plain cheese pizza.
As whacked out as Macaulay Culkin is, I think he's right about that. That's how you can judge a place, by a proper plain pizza slice.
I agree with that.
He says, I've been with lots of vegetarians, so I can get with that, but I wouldn't kick a pepperoni and sausage out of bed either. Saying, look, man, I like all kinds of pizza, but if you want, and by the way, his litmus test is Joe's Pizza in New York City. Any piece of pizza that he gets anywhere else, he's going to judge it by that because that's his favorite place to go. It's like if you're from Philadelphia and you have your favorite Philly cheesesteak place. All of those are, even the ones that you don't like in Philadelphia, are going to be better than the ones that you can get anywhere else.
That is correct.
So if that's what you like, you're going to have a hard time finding that. And if you're particular about that, and you're particular about the way you like it, the kind of cheese that's got to be on it. Hell, here's the most particular story ever. As we go to Bibb County, Georgia. Things got hot at Waffle House in Middle Georgia this week over a customer's request for barbecue sauce. Early Tuesday, a man sat down for some food.
What was he eating?
We don't know. They don't say what he ordered.
The man, basically he just began screaming obscenities and insulting the workers and adding, "I'll go to frickin' jail over some barbecue sauce."
He didn't say frickin'.
Basically what they said was, look, we don't have barbecue sauce here because we really don't have any food that goes with barbecue sauce. So we don't have it because...
But he's one of those guys where everything can go with barbecue sauce.
I told you, man, I had a buddy.
Yeah, like he just wants to dip his fries in it, probably.
I had a buddy, Henry, and he travels with this guy all the time. Got a carry-on. Forgot that he always took a big bottle of Crystals with him. And at the time, they had just changed the rules.
Oh, right.
On the flight stuff. And
Crystals?
Crystals, hot sauce.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, do you remember the...
Oh, you're picturing like actual crystals, right? Like,
oh, no. And he used to travel with it all the time, and they confiscated his crystals. Like, it didn't matter where they went. I mean, he would walk into any place that they were eating with a big-ass bottle of crystal. I mean, like, and their bottles are big.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he gets a big-ass bottle, you know what I mean? And that's what he put on everything.
And they couldn't take it on the plane anymore.
Well, after you got the 8-ounce thing where you couldn't take the liquid on in your carry-on bag. You know,
didn't they go down to 3 ounces, though?
Whatever it went down to. I don't think there's a small enough Crystals bottle to fit in the carry-on. So the question, what are you most particular about when it comes to food? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Alicia. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, pichola.
Hola.
So I am very particular about the way my meat is placed on my sandwiches.
Okay.
I can't just have a flat slab of meat on my sandwich. It has to always be folded.
And this is what? Turkey, roast beef, anything.
Why does it have to be folded?
For some reason, it just doesn't look appetizing when it's on the sandwich.
What is that? Do you have a pet bird?
No, that's my dog. I'm sorry.
That's
He loves
your
his squeaker
dog?
ball.
What kind of dog is that?
It's a wiener dog.
That has to be annoying as hell.
He loves his squeaker ball.
It's a squeaker ball. I thought he was making that noise.
All right, that explains it. Like, God damn.
Okay, so then bologna's kind of off the menu then for you because it's always going to be flat.
That's okay. That's all.
So it's going to be flat meat, right?
I don't really eat bologna. It's mostly turkey and ham, roast beef, that kind of stuff. But, like, when I go to Subway or Panera or something like that, I always have to take the sandwich apart and then, like, refold it.
Just get turkey. They fold the turkey.
Not always.
It depends on the artist. Depends on the artist. Depends on the artist.
Sorry.
But then you put the bread back on top of your now beautiful creation and can't see it.
You can't heat it up then. You always have to get it cold.
Yeah, usually if it's a heated sandwich, it doesn't really matter. But if I can see it and it's just flat on the sandwich, then for some reason I have to pretty it up. I'm not sure.
But on
on
a hot sandwich, it doesn't matter. But if it's a cold sandwich, then the meat must be folded.
I think it's like some meats when it's cold. When you put it on a sandwich, it has that kind of moisture sheen on it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
and so
meat.
I can see that.
It's good.
And I don't know.
Yeah, the stuff that doesn't have moisture sheen, they call jerky. Like, yeah.
Now, look, I don't completely compute with why you have to have it folded over because I can compute.
You shouldn't.
I can't compute with
this is her thing.
I know, but I can't relate to that.
That's why she's calling.
But I can't relate to
I know I'm a lunatic when it comes to meat on my sandwich, but I will confess this to you.
But I'm a lunatic when it comes to the folded over potato chip. So I'm wondering, does that make me just as bizarre?
What about it? Like,
if I open up the bag, I'll eat all of them. Like, you won't get a good folded potato chip.
See,
what? To me,
he loves them.
I love them.
Oh, yeah, me too.
You two are sharing chips.
You're not getting any, because I'm going to eat all the folded ones first.
What about a green one? If you see one that has a little bit of green.
I don't care about if it's green.
Really?
No,
I don't have the black one.
I just like the folded over one.
The black dot and the green.
I'm not eating the black dot.
I eat the black one every time.
Really?
No,
you don't.
Why do I eat this?
Does it taste
every time?
Does it taste any different?
It tastes exactly like you think it will.
Why do you do it?
I don't know.
I avoid it every time.
Every time I eat it.
And you're telling me you eat it and it tastes as bad as I like.
Yep. Tastes like a burnt.
Are you thinking sometimes it's going to sometimes going to taste better? Eventually it's going to get better?
Like one day I'm going to bite into it. It's going to be full of Cool Ranch. But it's not. It's just a burnt Dorito.
Oh, my God.
Every time.
Dude, it's dumb.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You know you don't like it.
Correct.
But this time it's going to be different. Like, that's generally okay.
It's insanity.
I'm glad I avoid them. I thought you were going to tell me, like, dude, they taste great.
Oh, no, they're awful. But you got to eat them. It's a whole bag of chips.
What are you the most particular about when it comes to food? 844-999-OLA.
That is the damnedest thing I've ever heard.
All right, one more thing. Do you ever hunt around the bag and look for a chip that you know has the most seasoning on it?
Oh,
sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, and then do you take it and not eat the chip, but just lick the seasoning?
No.
That's too far. All right.
Yeah, it is.
Then it just went to weird. Like you joined a brotherhood, right? Or everyone's like, I do that too, yeah. Then you just lick it like,
dip it in milk.
Right. Like, goddamn, man, that was short-lived visit.
Yeah, it was.
Hello, Shane. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Hello, Shane.
Hello, Miles.
Shane, what are you particular about there food-wise?
What I'm basically known for the most is any bar I ever go to, I have to ask if they have good chicken tenders. And then anytime the donuts get in, I have to grab the first or the only apple fritter. You know, it doesn't matter which one it is. So one time we're all going shooting, and I guess my buddy's grandpa, he liked the apple fritter too. So he says,
oh, boy.
He said, where's the damn apple fritter? He's like, I think Shane took it. He's like, well, you tell that little bastard to wear bright clothes, because if I don't see him, God knows what can happen.
You're going to get shot over an apple fritter.
So you wouldn't go to a bar regularly if they didn't have chicken tenders on the ready?
Yeah, I basically judge them on that. I have 2 or 3 that I like to go to, but they all have decent tenders.
All right, do you have a dipping sauce that you prefer?
I'll have to go honey mustard.
Honey mustard. All right.
Goddamn, man, you are a cheap date.
That's right. I know.
I got to meet a girl like this.
What are you most particular about when it comes to food? 844-999-OLA. More your calls on the way. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Controversy over pineapple on pizza just took another strange turn. There is a 56-year-old guy named Timothy Stanyon, and he lives in St. Johnsbury, Vermont.
Hello.
He's apparently a pretty big fan of Hawaiian pizza. Sure they do. It's Timothy Stanyon in St. Johnsbury, Vermont.
Welcome to Vermont, mate.
Hey, have some of our legal marijuana. The pineapple the Hawaiian pizza is the one with ham and pineapple on it. But when he ordered one from Domino's on Saturday, he was upset over the price of the pizza. So when the delivery guy showed up, Timothy ran outside and slashed his tires. The delivery guy called the cops, and Timothy was arrested for unlawful mischief. It seems like, as far as, and maybe I'm stereotyping here, but it seems like the older generations in my family are the ones that always bitch about price on food.
Absolutely.
So
because they're old enough to remember when it was
when it was a lot less money to get that
we
thing.
do it now.
Right, exactly.
When I started smoking cigarettes, which is like a horrible thing to say when you're talking to your kids. Can you believe how much this is, man?
Sure.
This is $8.30. Do you know when Daddy first started smoking? This is $1.25.
When I was
I got to spend all this money to kill myself.
When I was in high school, I could get for $3, I could get 2 hot dogs. Now, my way proper of making a hot dog, the way that I like it, is a Southern slaw hot dog. So it's a hot dog with chili on top, sometimes mustard. You can put cheese on there, but either way,
just call it a chili dog, man,
with coleslaw on top. So, and you could get 2 of those for $3.
It's a chili dog with slaw. What did you call it?
It's a Southern style chili dog.
See, that's how you know someone really like.
You can't call that a proper hot dog. That's
my proper hot dog. But if you're in Chicago, that's a different.
Specific.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like if that's how I'm particular about my hot dog. Not that I don't like other hot dogs, but that's my true version of a hot dog. And so everything is based on, even though it shouldn't be, that being my favorite hot dog.
The taste test, like the Macaulay Culkin thing, like the proper hot dog should just be like one you like.
And that's the one. Right, exactly. That's
no, but the dog itself.
Not the toppings.
The dog. Like get plain dogs, right? And you go like, hey, man, even with nothing on it, this is a good hot dog. Then do your Southern slaw.
Mine's got to be covered in crap. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for whatever.
But how do you know if you like I would give you the lesser hot dog.
Because it's not about the hot dog. It's about the slaw and the chili.
Well, it's kind of a different meal.
It's more about the toppings than really is the hot dog. You could probably put in there.
Because you're making a deep dish pizza.
And I'd still eat it.
But you're making a deep dish pizza versus like a regular thin crust.
Correct.
All right, that's all I'm saying.
But you can't say it's your litmus test for a hot dog.
You can say, listen.
For an example, if you order a Hawaiian pizza, all right?
I would never
All
do
right.
that.
Okay,
I love them.
No one orders a deep dish Hawaiian pizza. It's
Yeah.
just not in their DNA. They always get a regular. You don't get it. The crust does not go with a pizza.
So you mean
even
like a thick or like
a deep dish pizza,
like Chicago
Yeah,
style?
Chicago
no one
style.
gets a Hawaiian deep dish. If you get a Hawaiian
You
pizza,
know we're going to
like
get
it,
all
it's
those people now.
It's a traditional
That's
pizza.
what I would eat. I would get the deep dish
Okay, well,
Hawaiian
that's what I'm
pizza.
saying. No one's going to agree with my hot dog either. But it's what I
Because
like.
it's not about the hot dog.
But it was $3, so I could get
It's
two
a
hot
good
dogs
deal,
for $3.
But I'm saying it's not about the dog.
I couldn't go out for lunch now and spend less than $13, $12.
You go to McDonald's, man.
Yeah, that's probably my one break. But for the most part, it seems like even though I just get a sandwich, bag of chips, and a Coke, like $12.95.
I know,
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
So I'm turning into that old guy. Like, oh my God!
Yeah, see, you're right.
When I was in high school, I could get 2 hot dogs with chili and slaw for $3.
I can tell you one thing. I know you two have done it because I do it every time I go back to the East Coast, like Maryland. It's like, how much for a bushel of crabs? Jesus Christ! You're paying that for a dozen?
I remember when
I don't know why you even get them anymore.
I know, and they're not even females. Exactly. So, our question, what are you most particular about when it comes to food? 844-999-OLA.
We got some comments here. First, let's go back to the woman who called and said, look, when it comes to her sandwiches, if it's a cold sandwich and there's meat, whether it's like turkey, ham, etc., it cannot lay flat on her bread. It must be folded over. All right? So this guy says, well, damn, she called in innocently and got them started. But she should know, if she's still listening, a lot of people agree with her.
Oh, yeah.
A ton of people are like, hey, man, I'm the exact same way. So it turns out you're not the freak that we thought you were.
I think it tastes a little better. It puts a little air in there, because if not, it's just all flat, and you know what I mean?
I prefer, but I can't eat it flat.
Our question, what are you most particular about when it comes to food? 844-999-OLA. More of your calls coming up here in seconds.
Hola! The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio Network.